And I'm going to share with you again a blood flow restrictive band workout that you can do at home. So I've been sharing for a few weeks my experiments using the BFR bands. These are from BStrong. And I pumped up the arm cuffs, middle of my arm, to the suggested amount, and the leg ones. So I'm going to do heavy weights, and typically female athletes pre-postmenopausal, we're told, and I believe this, lift heavy weights once you've built up your foundation. 3 to 5 repetitions should get you to muscle fatigue. Like, I can't go another one with good form. If you can do more than 6, I would get some heavier weights. But what if you don't have heavier weights in your home? And what if you don't have a lot of time because you're busy and you want to be outside, as it's summertime right now as I record this, and I have things to do. So I am doing blood flow restrictive bands because we can get a lot more in, or a lot more out of every repetition. So I don't like counting, so I set up my timer, 30 seconds on, 5-second transition timer, 10 seconds, so you can do however you want. So let me give you a little demo and then you can get ideas. Again, Perform Better is where I get all my equipment. When I own my Fitness Forward studio, I order equipment there all the time, and I know you can order it too. So let me try to get a discount for you. All right, so let's start with some legs. Ready? 30 seconds, 1 round. I'll show you what I'm doing. So squat for 30 seconds with some weight. Squats are different than deadlifts. I'm moving my butt down, and I'm going to sink and coming up. You can also go a little bit slower on this one to get a little more challenge if you're in between. Again, I don't have a lot of weights. I have 2 kettlebells, 2 medicine balls, some really light weights. So now I'm going to do an arm exercise. I have an 8-pound medicine ball. I'm going to stand on the BOSU and do figure eights. Oh look, 8 pounds, figure eights, imagine that. So if I go around, up and around, draw little circles, maybe I'm doing not so much figure eights, but around, reverse circles. And then I can make a little variations going each direction. I can go straight up and down. I can just push, pull, and hold it. Okay, now that's good. Now I'm going to use little core and legs and get a little heart rate up. So I have my slam ball, 30 seconds, slam something down that won't bounce back and whap you in the face. So squat, pick it up, arm power, and try not to get tangled. So I'm going to get my heart rate up on this one. Going to add a little more power with that slam. And squat, pick it up, inhale, press overhead, boom. Let's try to fit one more in there to get my arms and my legs and my core. Okay, so that will get a little energy. Now, the slosh pipe is something you can make on your own. It's water in a tube. So I can get some arms. This is, I'm sure, on Pinterest or YouTube, how to make your own slosh pipe. So if I hold a squat on the BOSU with my toes spread out, I can get my arms, and I have to breathe because this is getting harder. 1 more, 2 more in there. Get the fatigue at the end. All right, and then let's look at some arms. So now what if I do some arms and legs in a plie, get some flexibility. So arms overhead, sink down. So I can plie, sumo squat, whatever you want to call it, and a little straighten the arms, come down, plie, coming up. So getting my arms and legs together. 10 more seconds, and then going over the bench next. Whew. This does make it a little bit harder, so I'm restricting, slight restriction of that blood flow, okay? So, bench, something you can hop over. I'm going to go slow So you can see what I'm doing, really lifting up and lifting over. Side leg, hip extension. Now I can go a little faster and do a little heart rate interval. Maybe it's slow motion, and I'm spilling sweat. Remember, you don't sweat out water, you sweat out minerals. So I put LMNT in my water bottle, unsweetened. Okay, so there is a little heart rate, so you can get a little core in there. So lastly, I'm going to do push-ups with the handles I showed in a previous video. And then I've got jump rope you can buy, super inexpensive, also recommended. So I get arms and legs, but that jumping is good. Plyometrics, good for our bones and muscles, a little power. And then I've got my fave ankle band to put on, and I can do this outside too. So I'm going to do that outside. So go back to the first one. I did squats with a weight. You can add some arms. And then I did ball slams, overhead throwing. So it's arms, lats, back, core, legs, up and down. And then we did a medicine ball, or weight that's a little lighter, drawing those figure eights and getting the core, getting the arms, okay? And then I did the slosh pipe, holding. This is an exercise in itself. So there's water in here, so you'll feel that kind of sloshing of the water. No, it's a slosh pipe. And then if I stand on the Bosu, or if you don't have a Bosu, shift one leg. And then you can try that. So I was doing 30-second intervals, those slosh pipes that you can make. And then I've got my old school now, perfect push-ups for chest and arms. And then we did medicine ball plie overhead. So you can do that with free weights. You can do that with a band. I've got medicine ball, some different things. So mix it up and try it out. Let me know if you have questions. See ya.